Leo, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn reading. This is hitting your sixth house of really all things Virgo, right? This is like, this is really earthy. Might have to do with your vocational work, might have to do with your daily work habits, health routines. I'm hearing something about efficiency, productivity, organization might be something. Yeah, with Capricorn in that sixth house, this is worky. But we'll see, what the energies have to say. You got a new beginning, whatever it is, right? New moons or new beginnings have set some powerful intentions about maybe what you want to work on in your day-to-day. For some of you, it could have to do with your health habits, maybe setting a new diet or workout routine. Others of you, maybe pets are in some way involved with that sixth house. Oh, wow. Excess. Oh, I told you, so much work, and it looks like maybe this could be stressing you out. Please be careful not to overload and exhaust yourself. Some of you may be obsessing too much about things that are really burdening you, and you don't want this to bring you to a breaking point, okay? Worst case scenario. Some of you, I'm hearing, need to get some relief. And be careful not to overextend yourself. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because I'm just seeing a lot of heaviness here and responsibility. And maybe when you took different things on individually, you thought, oh, that's not a big deal. But, I'm hearing the little foxes spoil the vine. Bit by bit, it all adds up, and it becomes too much for one person to bear. So that might be something. I'm hearing something about streamlining your workload. I'm hearing delegating. Some of you need to maybe get a new start in how you handle responsibilities and how you offload some burdens so that you can alleviate some worries in your life. But it could be some kind of overindulgence that you're doing, and it might be a coping mechanism for this other stuff going on. Something in your day-to-day life, you're taking too much in of something. It could be caffeine. It's the first thing that comes to my mind. Some of you smoking. Whatever you're doing to deal with your stress, whatever coping mechanism you have with your stress, is it's poor coping is what I'm getting. Like, what the right thing that needs to be done is replace that with a healthier habit, and don't and alleviate some of these burdens if you can. Okay. Oh my goodness, if there's ever a card of burden, right? And this is, some of you might be feeling defeated in some way, that some of you have been dealing with multiple losses, and it's time to just let something go, okay? Because something has not been working out for quite a while. There's been multiple losses. It's been quite painful, and it might have to do with things just, not coming together, and needing to heal from that and regenerate. Okay, some of you have not been feeling victorious at all, because some of you, I'm getting the feeling here that you took on a lot. And for some of you, it was at a point when you were like, oh, I can do this. But bit by bit, piece by piece, it's something about, I'm getting a subtraction, okay, with these swords. Like, maybe you had enough resources to handle all this responsibility, but bit by bit, things start racking up with things nipping and taking away from you, that you no longer have the support to bear this burden that maybe you had initially. And you're like, oh yeah, I can do that. But then if you have things taking, then how much can you do actually? I'm hearing something about reassessing, okay? Some of you need to reassess. Some of you can have a new start with an issue that I think you've been at a stalemate over. And some of you have been maybe avoiding making a decision, or you feel that you've been blocked in making a decision because it's been difficult. So some of you felt like you're at an impasse, like, how can you got to drop some burden here, okay? There is a blockage with people being generous to you. And again, it may be really nothing personal. I mean, welcome to 2024 and this damn inflation. Like, right, that's a reality as your opposite, Aquarius, I'm having to deal with, right? This is work related. Some of you are having trouble getting people to come off those coins, okay? Because there's economic warfare going on, right? And it's hard to get movement if you've got this burden on your back. Yeah, some of you, there's legal things going on. There's legal systems, financial systems, people in authority, older people, okay? Getting old money, And I'm hearing something about the way it's always been. I'm hearing the old guard, and you're stuck over this. You're at an impasse because there are certain people in charge or in control who have historically been in charge and in control, are perhaps creating a system whereby you can't wriggle yourself out of that without dropping something that you've taken on. What I don't like about this is I'm getting some kind of, desperation vibe, and people can kind of sniff that out intuitively, whether they're aware of it or not. They can feel it, right? And because of people's instincts of not wanting to be feeling like they're preyed upon, I'm getting some kind of beggar, I'm in need, desperation, some type of energy going on here with this. I do feel a blockage here is that you are being breadcrumbed, okay? If not in an actual relationship, it's just with your work, like you're not being paid enough, like, or they might think it's enough, but by the time you pay, everything you got to pay to show up for work, your example, okay? But once you take out all the deductions, again, I'm going to what's subtracting here, you don't have the support to bear this. Sharing resources with others in some respect is a blockage. Yeah, this is about a power dynamic. This is about people that are in positions of power who have long held the power. You need to look beyond the mask. Somebody has more power and more resources here, and they're wearing a mask, acting like they can't really give you any more when actually they could. I'm sorry. Again, I see the possibility of you looking beyond the superficial mask and seeing where the power really is, and where the resources actually lie, and why they're being held back or deducted or taken from you. You might get a second chance with who you're partnering with, possibly an older woman. But again, I'm getting something here about a fake person. This is twice. So your opportunity is, in this, I'm getting again, an older individual, possibly a mature man, a mature woman, maybe a couple, an older couple for some of you. But this is like somebody is actually, they may be in debt, particularly involving a woman, is maybe in some kind of debt and maybe putting up a show like they actually have more power in a situation than they actually have, okay? Your advice with the Knave of Wands in reverse, be careful about this energy. This is an energy where somebody, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius possibly, is not listening, is having communication problems, not showing an interest, not focusing on something. It may have to do with a job application or job inquiry. A job might go to a woman who actually has connections, or somebody who is in a very connected position is in charge. To pay attention to this person, or if they're not paying attention to you, you need to work on that, okay? And it might have to do with expectations. Some of you are expecting something to end, or waiting on something to end. It's necessary for you to end things in order to get this new beginning, is really what I'm getting, okay? Some of you, are dealing with income situations that are not stable. They're fluctuating back and forth. You got to come up with a new strategy and deal with the indecision, okay? Some of you are indecisive because you don't like the choices. Can't blame you, I know, but you're going to have to maybe make some choices about making a change in your life, and that's really what's going to benefit you. Some of you might be going back to an old job or an old position, or doing some kind of job change, maybe that involves seasonal work. It's something new and different that maybe gives you a small increase. And again, you might get some information off of, I'm seeing a well-connected female, okay, where you need to really pay attention and listen and honestly assess what you want to give a second chance at and what you don't. What do you need to let go, and what do you need to allow for a start so that you can get steady work? What can you build from as well, I think, is going to be a key piece of advice here. Let's see what I can leave you off with. Chop wood. Oh my gosh, this is so 6th house. That's even a 6, right? So some of you have to remain consistent, diligent, but you're going to have to be honest about what is going to bring the consistency in your life. I do feel, though, there's some conflict there about it, like you're conflicted within yourself about it, or there might be a lot of competition with this, because it might not be a truth you want to hear, but maybe what you need to hear. Be blessed.